Y'all, should I quit my job because my boss is a jackwagon? How to deal with a boss who thinks you're God's gift to macromanaging? Look here, y'all. Ever had that old boss that's so toxic you just needed therapy to read their emails? Like, as soon as they walk in the room, your blood pressure jumps like a frog in a hot skillet. Yeah, they're barking them orders like Napoleon. They can't even figure out how to forward a dang email. I ain't saying I hate them. If they was a flavor of ice cream, they'd be burnt out bitter with cold chunks of childhood trauma. Let's talk about that. When your boss is a tyrant. When he's a tyrant, your job feels like a prison. And you ain't sure if it's time to quit, cry, karate chop somebody in the next week. Let's talk about what that old toxic boss looks like. Regular old tough boss, that's one thing. Toxic bosses, that's old Satan in slack, son. They got a God complex, a heart colder than your ex's new boyfriend, a neck vein that pops out every time you ask it to take a lunch break. They micromanage you so close you start wondering if they're secretly living your sock drawer. They don't leave, they just hover, like a fart cloud in an old phone booth. That damage they do, you know it's bad when you hear their voice and your left eye twitches. You cry in the work bathroom like it's your emotional safety zone. And your Sunday scaries show up on Saturday at noon wearing steel-toed boots. This all starts real slow, but next thing you know, you're laying awake thinking about printer jams and that one email that you forgot to CC Martha on. They ain't a job no more. It's a dang hostage situation with dental insurance. So why do we stay? Let's talk about that. It's because we've been taught that we hear other people say, just be grateful you got a job. It could be worse. Don't burn no bridges. Well, listen to this. That old bridge is already on fire and they're roasting marshmallows on your back. I stayed once because my boss told me, you're like family to me, son. And you know what? I believed him. I really believed him. Till I found out I was that old red-headed stepchild they blamed for everything. Well, should you quit? Let's explore that. Here's some old Tommy Ray real talk. That all depends. Stay if you got a solid escape plan. If you work remote and you can mute them like the 10 o'clock news, stay. But if you're losing sleep, snapping at your dog and questioning your entire existence while you're reheating ramen, then yeah, you got to get out. Ain't no retirement plan worth losing your hairline at 35 and developing a nervous twitch every time you hear a Microsoft Teams notification. And if you can't leave yet, well, that's another thing. If you're stuck in that job, here's your survival kit. Start looking, sneak your resume like it's contraband. Stop taking their BS personal. Your boss got control issues. It's not your fault they peaked in high school. Document everything, every weird email, every tantrum. CYA, baby. Cover your assets. And if that don't work, start tapping into that inner Samuel L. Jackson. I ain't got time for your toxicity, Deborah. I got dreams. So tonight, look yourself in the mirror and ask, why would I let anybody else talk to me the way my boss does? You wouldn't. That job, it really just don't deserve you. And you're not crazy, you're not lazy, you're just surrounded by folks who need a good old-fashioned attitude adjustment. Write this on your fridge. I'd rather flip burgers with peace than file reports for a demon in Dockers. This old Tommy Ray saying, you ain't hard to manage. You're just allergic to BS. And that ain't a flaw. That's a sign you still got some dignity left. So like, subscribe, share this with a coworker who's been twitching since Tuesday. And remember, if your boss was a rodeo clown with a clipboard, would you still take orders? Exactly. Love y'all. Let's go.